ease off with the elephant in the room, tariffs. They've gone from being a policy tool to a wake-up call for supply chain transformation.
Absolutely. Tariffs are just the latest stress test. The real issue is that most supply chains were built for a world that doesn't exist anymore.
You're talking about the just-in-time model, right? Where everything was about efficiency and cost, not resilience or sustainability.
Exactly. Back then, companies could chase the cheapest production sites. Now, geopolitical tensions, pandemics, climate events, take your pick. It's disruption after disruption.
It's wild how quickly everything changed, and it's not just about moving production. Executives today are juggling a dozen priorities: costs, quality, carbon footprint, even circularity.
The Bain survey nailed it. 3 out of 4 execs are managing 6 or more supply chain priorities. That's not a balancing act anymore. It's juggling with fire.
And they're realizing the old fix-it-later mindset doesn't cut it. Like stockpiling inventory or raising prices, they're band-aids, not surgery.
Right, the smart players aren't just reacting to tariffs, they're reinventing. That means designing supply chains from scratch, based on where they want to go, not where they've been.
One company even nearshored manufacturing and still came out ahead, cut risk and boosted revenue. That takes guts.
And strategic thinking. They looked at costs, customer value, and emissions all at once. No more optimizing in silos.
That reminds me of the chemical company case. Every team had its own KPI, and they were stepping on each other's toes.
Until they restructured everything into a single system. Suddenly, they had 15% growth, slashed logistics costs, and freed up a ton of cash.
And it's not just structure, it's skills. Companies are upgrading talent and tech. Strategy isn't optional anymore.
One household products company went from rigid efficiency to flexible responsiveness. Digital twins, co-manufacturing. They reimagined how they respond to demand.
Speed to market went up, operational costs went down. That's not just supply chain strategy, that's business strategy.
Same with the shipbuilder. They used automation and analytics, not just to cut costs, but to future-proof their workforce.
Here's the bottom line. You can't engineer your way out of this. You've got to strategize your way through it.
Totally. The winners aren't dodging the next disruption, they're getting ahead of it by rethinking everything.
Tariffs didn't break the supply chain. They just exposed how broken it already was.
And now the challenge isn't whether to change, it's whether you're bold enough to start over.